I'm a Zealot.
You're one of the 12 apostles, correct?
Yeah.
And you were a zealot.
Yeah.
Was Judas Iscariot a zealot?
He didn't go to any of the meetings or anything like that. He didn't go to any of the meetings or anything like that, but he was pretty much a zealot if you ask me.
Zealots being Jews seeking an end to the violent occupation of the Roman Empire.
Actually, not exactly, no.
Are you saying that they were in favor of the Roman Empire?
No, not at all. We hated the Romans. We absolutely wanted their pagan asses at the curve running and bloody, but we also opposed any Gentiles in Palestine, Greek, Roman, and brethren. What us zealots were really about was promoting a strict adherence to the Mosaic law.
Mosaic law being?
The law of Moses, the Torah. That was the whole bag right there, miss. Get rid of all the bad seeds and unite the people under the holy law of God. Basically, we were the street versions of Caiaphas the elder, except we had knives and shit, and we thought Caiaphas was soft.
Soft how?
With the Romans, he was a bit of a politician, you know?
And what was life like under Roman rule?
Where you from, miss?
New York.
Okay. Imagine New York was taken over by devil, violent worshiping cannibals who spat on your laws, took all your money, took your women and children as slaves, put giant swastikas on your bridges, your tunnels, your libraries, and all your civic institutions. And anybody who complained about it got nailed naked to a piece of wood in Times Square, let to be eaten by rats and shitted on by pigeons until the weight of their body asphyxiated them to death. That's what it was like.
And you thought Jesus was going to change that, didn't you?
We all did.
Change it how?
Throw them out, kick them out, and that's what the Messiah was supposed to do.
But he didn't, did he?
No.
And yet he was capable of doing it. You saw him perform miracles, raise people from the dead.
It was a bit of a conundrum, yeah.
Were you at the disturbance at the temple, Simon?
Yeah.
And what did you think about that?
Are you kidding me? I loved it. Judas did too. We all did. We thought it was on, you know?
On meaning?
The beginning of the revolution.
Oh, but it wasn't, was it?
No.
What happened after the riot at the temple?
Jesus had us return back to his house, and he was like, I'm about to die soon, so let's just chill.
Must have been very disappointing, Simon.
It was confusing. I mean, wiped out. Shit, one minute Jesus is knocking infidels down. And I'm talking about fists and whips. Jesus was whooping ass, knocking out teeth, screaming he's about to tear down the temple. And then he's all passive. He's all passive, and we're like, we invested 3 years into this guy, and all he's going to do is just lay down. And it seemed to make no sense.
Simon, why do you think Judas turned Jesus into the authorities?
Personally, I think he was trying to throw Jesus into the deep end of the pool and make him swim.
Judas was testing Jesus?
Not testing on me. We all knew Jesus had mad skills to pass the test.
What then?
Look, I knew Judas pretty good. We were pretty tight on account of our politics and whatnot. And what I believe is this. Judas knew that if the Romans grabbed up Jesus, Jesus would have to act.
Act meaning?
Meaning act. Get on it and start kicking ass like he was supposed to. Emancipation was our birth. See, I think Judas did what he did to help Jesus realize his mission and fulfill his destiny.
Judas was helping Jesus.
I believe so.
Thank you, Simon.
So, Judas was a helper, huh?
Yeah.
Steady land at sea, helping hand.
Yeah.
Yes, this is correct. A zealous one, because I know that for me, if my best friend were to betray me and sell me out for a roll of quarters, cause me to be beaten, gouged, mangled, and then strung up and left to be baked by the hot Judean sun till I resembled a shriveled up Frankfurter? Why, yes. I'm sure my first thought as I gasped for air and bled to death would be, that Judas! What a helpful guy! I must remember to send him a thank you note. Simon the Zealot. Let's talk turkey. Judas was your friend, yes?
Yeah.
You thought the same way, yes?
Yeah.
Shared the same opinions?
Yeah.
Had the same beliefs?
Yeah.
Wanted the same things?
Yeah.
Wanted them desperately?
Yeah.
Then why, Zealot, did you not do like Judas did? If you believed what you believed and thought what you thought, then why not join Judas and turning Jesus in on your own?
I don't know.
Protecting a friend. That is admirable indeed. Jesus never said his mission as the Messiah on earth was to overthrow the Romans, did he?
No, he never did.
But you wanted it to be the mission. You even thought it was the mission, but it wasn't really the mission, now was it?
Guess not.
Then how is it, Zealot, that you came to understand that violence wasn't a part of Jesus' mission on earth as the Messiah, but Judas never did. Can you answer me this?
Okay, sir. Of course.
Man of Zealot, what was your inner life like before you met Jesus of Nazareth? I don't think I need to advise you to be honest here, do I?
No, I was consumed with anger, and Jesus, he saved my life.
Man of Zealot, final question. Do you believe, as the Bible says, that God made man in his own image?
I do.
Of course you do. And there, zealous friend, that's the answer to one of my previous questions. The difference, I pose it, between you and Judas Iscariot is that you believe that man was made in God's image. Whereas Judas, he sought to create God in his own image. God as an earthly avenger, which wasn't God's way. And even though you were scared, Zealot, even though you were scared and confused and angry, you still chose to obey God, didn't you?
I guess I got lucky.
Lucky indeed. There's something different about you, Zealot, and that is your modesty. You are a God-fearing man. Go now. You're free.
Jesus never proclaimed himself to be God, Simon, correct?
No, he never did.
What did Jesus say to Judas at the Last Supper?
He said, you do what you gotta do.
Sounds like Jesus approved.
Maybe.
But if you were Judas, Simon, and doing what you had to do ended up getting you thrown into despair, wouldn't you have kind of wished that Jesus would have had said something else?
Yes, Constance, I very much would have.
Would have kind of made you feel like you got fucked?
Objection, language! A foul mouth is a dirty bird.
I withdraw the question.
I would have felt like you said that.
Thank you, Simon.
Next witness.
Most Reverend Senor.